Good afternoon, students. In previous class, we have stopped regarding naming of ethers. Okay, but we have seen that ethers are classified into two types. Those are symmetrical ethers and unsymmetrical ethers. Just what is the definition of symmetrical ether once again? Ethers in which oxygen is bonded to two same alkyl groups, methyl groups, or ethyl anything. Two same alkyl groups must be bonded with oxygen. The type of ethers are called symmetrical ethers. Unsymmetrical ethers in which oxygen is not bonded to same alkyl groups. Okay, here methyl group and here ethyl group. Then today's class we will see how we are going to give the names of ethers. Let us see that one of you. First, let us see symmetrical ethers. Symmetrical ethers must contain same alkyl groups. Then join this CH3O CH3. Okay, both have same number of carbons. Then you have to do one thing, that is, let us take any alkyl group. Let us take any alkyl group as they contain same number of carbons. Select any alkyl group, join with oxygen. Join with oxygen, that is called alkoxy. RO group is called alkoxy. In that, if R is methyl group, that is called methoxy. If R is methyl group, that is called methoxy. Is it okay, ma? Now, how to give the name of this compound? We have joined this methyl group with oxygen, that is called methoxy. Write first that methoxy. After that, close that one. Outside, how many carbons we have? One carbon. One carbon, root word meth. Okay, ane, methane. Now the name of this compound, methoxymethane. It is like methoxy group substituted in methane. It is like methoxy group substituted in methane. Methane CH4. In that, instead of one hydrogen, we have methoxy group. Like that, we have to give the names of ethers. Then, name of this compound is methoxymethane. Okay, when we have two same alkyl groups, join any alkyl group with oxygen and it is called alkoxy. If it is ethyl group, we have to say ethoxy. If it is propyl group, we have to say propoxy. If it is butyl group, that is butoxy. Like that, simply we have to add oxy, pentyl, pentoxy, hexyl, hexoxy. Like that, we have to say the name of that RO group. Remaining carbons, how many are there? According to that, we have to write the alkane. Then the name of ether will be completed. Now the name of ether will be methoxymethane. Like this, some more examples we will see in symmetrical alkanes, symmetrical ethers. Let us see. C2H5, OC2H5. Before going to this one, this compound is also written as dimethyl ether. This compound can also be written as dimethyl. Two methyl groups present in the ether. Like that, we are going to give dimethyl ether. But IUPAC name is this one only, methoxymethane. Please understand, all of you. Now, how we are going to give the name of this compound, second compound. This one also contains same, because we are discussing with symmetrical ethers, so same number of carbons are present. Then join any alkyl group with oxygen. But here ethyl group is there. This is called ethoxy. This is called ethoxy. Close this one. How many carbons are there? Two carbons. Then ethane. Ethoxyethane. Then name of this compound is ethoxyethane. Like that, one more example, C3H7O C3H7, C3H7O C3H7. Okay, symmetric ethers. Join any alkyl group with oxygen. Propoxy. Propoxy, how many carbons are there outside? 3 are there. Propane. Then name of this compound will be propoxypropane. Like this we will continue. Butoxybutane. Okay, pentoxypentane, hexoxyhexane. Like that we can give any sort of name. That is normal thing continuation. Okay, man. In this way we have to give names of symmetrical ethers. Now we have to go through unsymmetrical ethers. Let us see that one, all of you. Note down the names, ma, carefully, all of you. So generally we will write alkoxyalkane. Name of ether is alkoxyalkane. If it is contained by one carbon, both sides one carbon, methoxymethane. If it contains both sides two carbons, ethoxyethane. If it contains both sides three carbons, propoxypropane. Like that it will be alkoxyalkane. Okay, ma'am. Next, unsymmetrical ethers. Unsymmetrical ethers contain different alkyl groups. Then we will represent these unsymmetrical alkyls ethers with R O R dash. R is one alkyl group, R dash is another alkyl group. To represent the different, we are representing these unsymmetrical ethers with R O R dash. Symmetrical ethers are R O R. Both alkyl groups are same, so R O R. Unsymmetrical ethers R O R dash. Okay. Now, how we are going to give the name? Unsymmetrical ethers means same number of carbons must not be there. So, CH3O C2H5. Let us consider this compound coming under unsymmetrical ether. Okay, ma'am. Let us see how to give the name of this compound. When we have two different alkyl groups, we have to select first the alkyl group with less number of carbons. We have to select the alkyl group with less number of carbons. Okay, that one must be joined with oxygen. When we have same number of carbons, we can select any carbon, any alkyl group joined with oxygen. When we have different alkyl groups, we have to select less number of carbons alkyl group must be joined with oxygen. Then this one will become methoxy. Two carbons are there outside, ethane. The name of this compound is methoxyethane. Okay, ma? The name of this compound is methoxyethane. Next, C2H5O C3H7. C2H5O C3H7. We have different number of carbons only, which is coming under unsymmetrical ether. Now, which one must be joined with oxygen? Alkyl group with less number of carbons must be joined with oxygen. Then this one will be joined with oxygen like this. Okay, ma'am. Now, this is called ethoxy. Ethyl group is there now, joined with oxygen, ethoxy. Propane. Ethoxypropane. Name of this compound is ethoxypropane. Next, one more example. C3H7O C4H9. C3H7O C4H9. Among these two, which one is contained by less number of carbons? Propyl group. That one must be joined with oxygen. Then the name of this one is propoxy. Propoxybutane. Now the name of this compound will be propoxybutane. In this way, we have to give names of unsymmetrical ethers. Symmetrical ethers are represented with ROR. Unsymmetrical ethers are represented with ROR dash. Anyways, ethers are generally named as alkoxyalkane, methoxymethane, like that. Generally, it is represented as alkoxyalkane. Alkyl group is joined with oxygen, which is called alkoxy. That close that one, remaining how many carbons are there according to that root word we have to see this one is closed. This side how many carbons we have? 2 carbons means root word ethane, methoxyethane. Okay ma, like this we have to give names of unsymmetrical ethers. By this ethers functional group was completed. Next we can go through esters. Esters are also generally represented with R, C double bond O, O R. In tabular column I have written only dash and bottom. I did not represent R. There R group must be there. R group is called alkyl group. Is it okay? Now in what way we have seen names of ethers, like that here also classification of esters will be taken. 2 types, symmetrical esters and unsymmetrical esters. Esters are of 2 types, symmetrical and unsymmetrical. When 2 R groups are same, that is called symmetrical ester. CH3 C double bond O, O CH3. CH3 C double bond O, O CH3. That is called symmetrical ester. One minute ma. C2H5 C double bond O, O CH3. This is unsymmetrical ester. Okay, then we will give first symmetrical esters. After that we will go for unsymmetrical esters. Let us see how we are going to give the names of esters. First, symmetrical esters. Symmetrical esters must contain same alkyl groups. Correct, no? Symmetrical esters must contain same alkyl groups. So it is represented with R C double bond O, O R. That is correct only. Now let us take the example. CH3 C double bond O, O CH3. CH3 C double bond O, O CH3. Okay, now according to this, how we are going to give the name of this compound? Please remember carefully. In this ester, definitely one alkyl group is bonded to carbon, one alkyl group is bonded to oxygen. Okay, now first we have to identify which alkyl group is bonded to oxygen. Keep it in box. In what way? If they give inverse, whatever it is, even though whatever they give, we have to identify which alkyl group is bonded to oxygen. That one, keep it in box. What is the name of that R group? Methyl. Write the name. Write the name methyl. Next, close this one. Outside how many carbons are there? 2 carbons. 2 carbons means root word eth. R are single bonds. Ane. What is the secondary suffix if it is ester? O8. Now the name of this compound, methyl ethanoate. Name of this compound is methyl ethanoate. Next, one more example we will see. C2H5 C double bond O, O C2H5. Suppose if this compound is given in another way means in a reverse way. See, C2H5 O C double bond O C2H5. Like this also they can give. Both are same only. But previously here we have the alkyl group bonded to oxygen. But here we have alkyl group bonded to oxygen. So we have to represent carefully. That one must be kept in box. What is the name of that alkyl group? Ethyl. Write that ethyl group here. After writing the name, close that one. Outside how many carbons we have? 3 outside means here remaining. If we close that alkyl group, remaining how many carbons we have? 3 carbons. 3 carbons means root word prop and O8. Ethyl propanoate. This name of this compound is ethyl propanoate. Okay. So first, what is the procedure? Alkyl group which is bonded to oxygen, we have to close that one. First we have to write the name. Alkyl group which is bonded to oxygen, that is ethyl. Ethyl I wrote and close that one. Excluding that, remaining how many carbons we have? 2 carbons we have. Sorry, 3 more. 3 means what is the root word? 3 means root word prop. All are single bonds. An, O8, propanoate. Ethyl propanoate. Next example. C3H7 O C double bond O C3H7. What is the name of this compound? Propyl. This is the R group which is bonded to oxygen. That one is propyl. Close that one. Here we have how many carbons? 4 carbons. Butanoate. Propyl butanoate. Okay, ma? This is the name of the compound. I hope you are clear, everyone. In this way, we have to give symmetrical esters. Next, we can go for unsymmetrical esters. Let us see them. See the example. CH3, C double bond O, OC2H5. Both alkyl groups are not same. Here we have methyl group, here we have ethyl group. Whatever it is, alkyl group which is bonded to oxygen, we have to identify. This one, keep it in box. First write that name, ethyl. Close that one. Remaining how many carbons we have? 2 carbons. 2 carbons means root word eth. So the name of this compound, ethyl ethanoate. Ethyl ethanoate. Okay, next. C3H7 C double bond O OC2H5. 2 R groups are not same. Okay, but the alkyl group which is bonded to oxygen, close that one. Then what is the name of that one? Ethyl. Close that one. How many carbons outside we have? Outside means excluding that alkyl group bonded to oxygen. 4 carbons we have. Butanoate. Ethyl butanoate. Like this. Next. C2H5 C double bond O OCH3. C2H5 C double bond O OCH3. The R group or methyl alkyl group which is bonded to oxygen, that is methyl group. Keep it in box. Write the name methyl and close that one. Remaining how many carbons we have? 3 carbons. 3 carbons means propanoate. In this way, we have to give names of esters. General name, alkyl alkanoate. General name of ester, alkyl alkanoate. Ethyl ethanoate, ethyl butanoate, methyl propanoate. Like that we can give the names of any sort of things. But you have to remember one thing, that is R group which is bonded to oxygen. First we have to mention that one. Remaining how many carbons we have? According to that, we have to give the end the name with O8. In that way, we have to give names of esters. Okay, ma? We will go for next functional group. Before that, I hope all of you are understanding the concept clearly. Okay, ma? Next. Our next functional group is cyanide. Sorry, amine we will see. Seventh one, amines. Amines are generally represented by RNH2. Amines are generally represented by RNH2. Okay, now let us see first example, CH3NH2. This compound contains how many carbons? One carbon. One carbon is root word meth. All are single bonds only. What is the function group we have? NH2. If NH2 is the function group, what is the secondary suffix? Amine. Now the name of this compound is methenamine. Now the name of this compound is methenamine. Next, CH3, CH2, NH2. CH3, CH2, NH2. Name of this compound is ethanamine. Next, CH3, CH2, CH2, NH2. Name of this compound is propanamine. Name of this compound is propanamine. Okay, ma'am? In this way, we have to give names of amines. In the total, the table column, I forgot one function group. Include that one also. I will write now on the board. That is serial number. I think 10, 11. I think. What is that? Next serial number. Where we have stopped that one in the table column. Next serial number you can write ma. Then name of that function group is amide. Name of that function group is amide. Formula CONH2. Formula CONH2. Structure C double bond O NH2. Okay. Secondary suffix amide only. Secondary suffix amide only. Amide CONH2, C double bond ONH2, amide. Note down this one in function group table column. Okay. Where we have stopped, I think sulfonic acid after the thioether. After that, what is the number we have to give? That number we can write and we can write there. Definitely space will be there. Note down there. Okay, now? Now we will go for next function group naming, that is cyanides. Cyanides are generally represented by RCN. Okay, example CH3CN. This compound contains how many carbons? 2 carbons. It. All are single bonds only. Cyanide is present. We have to give the second suffix nitrile. So ethan nitrile. Join them. It will become ethan nitrile. Next, CH3, CH2, CN. CH3, CH2, CN. 3 carbons are there. Propan nitrile. CH3, CH2, CH2, CN. Butan nitrile. Butan nitrile. Okay, ma? This is the way we have to write the names of cyanides. Next we will go for isocyanide. when we have isocyanide, CH3NC, CH3NC. How many carbons we have? Totally two carbons we have. Ethan isocyanide, CH3 CH2NC, propan isocyanide. Like that, all are regular repeating only. Like that, we will give names of these isocyanates. This is enough. Okay, sulfonic acids and thioethers, that one are not regularly coming functional groups. Next we will go for amides, last one. Okay, simple amides also simple only. CH3 C double bond O NH2, generally represented by RC double bond O NH2, amides. Total this amide contains how many carbons? 2 carbons. Then an amide. Name of this compound is ethanamide. Name of this compound is ethanamide. Next, CH3 CH2 CONH2, CH3 CH2 CONH2, propanamide. Like this we can continue these names of amides also. Okay, ma? In this way we have to give the names of functional groups. Different functional groups we have. Every functional group, that sulfonic acids and thioethers are not that much regularly coming functional groups, ma? That one no problem. So every functional group I considered, and how we are going to give the names of every functional group we have seen. Okay. Next year we have separate functional groups headings with chapter names. Alcohols, phenols and ethers. Okay, aldehydes, ketones and carboxylic acids, amines, like that separate headings. Under that clearly somewhat deeply we will study about those chemical properties also. Okay, ma'am. This is about functional groups, how we are going to give the names. Now we will see along with functional groups, if you have side chains, substituents, any other thing, double bond, triple bond, like that, how we are going to give the names of those compounds. Okay, ma'am. Let us see. CH3 CH double bond CH COOH, CH3 CH double bond CH COOH. In this compound we have functional group COOH as well as double bond also. Okay, when we have functional group COOH and double bond also, every time remember functional group is highest priority, whether it is alcohol, acid, whatever it is. So now the order will be least alkyl group, next substituent, next double bond or triple bond, next functional group. Functional group will be highest order. It should get least number. When we have double bond in functional group, we have to give functional group carbon must get least. Numbering must be given from this side. 1, 2, 3, 4. While we are selecting the parent chain also, we have to select the parent chain in a way that functional group must be included in the parent chain. We have to select the parent chain in a way that functional group must be included in the parent chain. Now, 4 carbons are there. Okay, 4 carbons, root word, bute. On which carbon double bond is present? Now this double bond is between carbon and carbon only. Definitely it is unsaturated. Ene. On which carbon it is present? Second carbon. Bute. 2-ene. On first carbon, oic acid. Carboxylic acid is there, na? Secondary suffix oic acid. 1 oic acid. Now the name of this compound will be bute 2-ene-oic acid. So if we have double bond, we will get ene, butanoic acid, bute 2-ene-oic acid. If we have all are single bonds, butanoic acid. Like that here, bute on which position double bond is present, that position 2-ene-oic acid. Secondary suffix is oic acid. Okay, ma? Next example. CH3, CH2, CH, CH3, CH2, OH. In this compound, OH does not contain carbon. Actually, functional group is there. That functional group does not contain carbon. In that conditions, our important thing is that functional group is bonded to carbon. That one must be included in parent chain. Even OH is not included in parent chain also no problem. But OH is bonded to carbon. One carbon is there, na? That carbon must be involved in parent chain. And it should contain maximum number of carbons. According to that, what is the selection of parent chain? This is the parent chain. Numbering must be given in a way that OH bonded carbon must be getting least number. OH bonded carbon must get least number. So from here we have to start numbering. 1, 2, 3, 4. If functional group does not contain carbon, like OH, NH2, if functional group does not contain carbon, we have to see that that functional group is bonded to carbon, that must be included in parent chain. That OH is bonded to carbon, that must be included in parent chain. If functional group contains carbon, that carbon must be involved in parent chain. COOH, CHO, CO, ketone, acid, aldehyde, ketone, all these are contained by carbon in the functional group. Alcohol, NH2, ether, they do not contain carbon in the functional group. Then they must be bonded to carbon, that carbon must be involved in parent chain. That one we have to see carefully. Okay, ma? Here OH is bonded to carbon, that is involved in parent chain. Then name of this compound, on second carbon methyl group is there. So 2 methyl, 4 carbons are there, butanol, butan 1 vol, 2 methyl butan 1 vol. We have side chain and alcohol group. Alcohol is functional group. It must be given higher priority. It should get least number. Okay, ma? So from here we started numbering. According to that, second group, methyl group, 2 methyl butan 1 vol. That is the name of this compound. Next compound. CH2 double bond CH, CH2, CH2, CH2OH. Alcohol group is there as well as double bond is also there. Okay. Then we have to give importance to functional group only. It should get least number. Double bond is there and functional group. Functional group must get least number. We have to give numbering right to left. Then the numbering will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On which position double bond is present? Fourth position. Total number of carbons 5. 5 means pent. On which fourth position we have ene. 4, ene, 1, ol. On first carbon we have alcohol group, OH. Secondary suffix ol. Pent 4 ene 1 ol. Simply we can write it as pent 4 ene ol. Pent 4 ene ol. Why did we write ene here? Double bond is present na, on fourth position. That's why we have to write ene. Okay, ma? Observe these two molecules, all of you. I hope everyone it is clear for you. Okay, like this, if you have side chains along with functional groups, whatever it is, we have to see to that. Here important point is functional groups are of two types. Some functional groups contain carbon atoms in the functional group itself. COOH, CHO, CO, all these are containing carbon atoms in the functional group itself. OH, NH2, these functional groups do not contain carbon atoms in those functional groups. In that conditions, that OH bonded carbon must be included in parent chain. If functional group does not contain carbon, then that functional group is bonded to one carbon, that must be included in parent chain. Like that we have to see the name. Okay, ma? Next. Name of this compound. First we have to select the parent chain. This one contains alcohol group which does not contain carbon. Then we have to consider alcohol bonded to carbon is there na? That must be included in parent chain and it should contain maximum number of carbons. So this is selected as parent chain. Or we can select like this also. If you select like this one will be side chain, methyl. If you select like this is methyl. So anything, it is same only. That's why same position. Now, numbering must be given like this or like this. Anything OH carbon is getting number 2 only. So any numbering, it is okay. 1, 2, 3. Now the name of this compound will be, on second position methyl group is there. 2-methyl. Parent chain contains how many carbons? 3 carbons. Prop. Propan. All are single bonds only na? Propan. On which position OH group is there? Second position. 2-O. Then the name of this compound is 2-methyl propan 2-O. The name of this compound is 2-methyl propan 2-O. Okay, man. Next compound. CH3, CH double bond CH, C, CH3, C double bond O, H. This is the compound they gave. Okay, this compound contains, what is the function group? Aldehyde. That must be getting least number. That must be included in parent chain. Aldehyde contains carbon. Aldehyde group, function group itself contains carbon. It should be included in parent chain. Then this is the parent chain. Numbering must be given from right to left because that function group must get least number. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The name of this compound. On which position methyl group is present? Second position methyl group is present. 2-methyl. Parent chain contains 5 carbons. Pent. 3-ene. 1-all. On first position aldehyde. Secondary suffix alma. On third position double bond is there. Ene. Total number of carbons in parent chain 5. Pent. Prefix methyl. Present on second position. 2-methyl pent 3-ene 1-all. 2-methyl pent 3-ene 1-all. Okay. In this way we have to give name if it is included with function group along with side chain or any substituent. So in the next class we will go for some more examples. Okay, if you have further functional groups along with side chains or substituents or double bonds or triple bonds, whatever it is, order of preference will be least side chain, next substituent, okay ma, next double or triple bonds, next functional group. Functional group will be highest priority. Every time that functional group must be involved in parent chain as well as it should get least number. In that way we have to select the parent chain and we have to give numbering. After that we have to give the name of the compound. In this way we are going to give the names of compounds which are included with the functional groups also. Okay ma'am. Further some more examples we will go for in next class. I hope you are clear about today's class everyone. Okay. Any sort of doubts you have, you can ask me, no problem. Okay ma'am. That is about today's class. Okay. All of you please pay attention and clearly note down the names everyone. Okay. Thank you. Have a nice day. Thank you all once again.